Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss. And you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you. And we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's 21, Armando 21. And from the capital city of Texas, Austin, the Hill Country, is our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520.
Stephen A. Smith will admit this team right here is legit, cause this is our year. This is our year. No wonder they be hating, cause this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard, we be that blue.
Is the back to start. Prescott dumps it off for Jake Ferguson. His second leading receiver makes a great move to get around Nate Landman. Gets away from Judon and gets into Atlanta territory on a 27-yarder to start the day. Cousins climbing the pattern again. Up top for his red zone machine. Touchdown, Drake London. Bodies to the line of scrimmage. They give it to C.D. Lamb on a little jet sweep, and it's Caden Ellis who drives them back with the rest of the Falcon defense. Prescott looking to throw. Pumps off the back foot, stays on his feet. Now on the move, floats it to the end zone. Caught! Rico Dowdle, the juggling high wire act for the score.
That was to a one possession game as long as they can.
Cousins, time, looks, wide open man, touchdown Ray McLeod.
It starts wearing on you, and you can see this Dallas Cowboys front starting to wear down.
Algier pushing, getting a push, getting the touchdown. Atlanta shows and brings pressure. Rush, back of the end zone. It is a touchdown for Jalen Tolbert. Dallas still alive. It's an 8-point game with
Dallas Cowboy fans. All we got to say is, what up, man? Let me introduce the crew, man, as always, man. From the 915, Cholo Town, West Texas, it's our boy, 21, Armando 21. What up, man?
What up, big fella? You know, chilling. Tough week. Another tough week. You know,
Yeah.
That's the feeling right now. It's just the deep sigh.
I know. Hey, man, from the capital city of Texas, Austin, man, the hill country, man, it's our man, Retrofit Sports. What's up, bro?
Thank God for Texas, bro. That's all I can say. Thank God for Texas, bro. I need them to keep it going, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man. From and from the great state of Arizona, man. Y'all know who he is. He's Mikey 5. What up, Mike?
We fucking suck.
I read his lips.
And also from the great state of Arizona, our player personnel director, even though he's a Cardinal fan, he's our man, Kuiper AZ. What's up, Kuiper?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man. First of all, appreciate everybody being able to join us on this Monday, man. We wanted to switch a bit because of the elections, you know, everybody will be kind of tuned into that. So we wanted to get this damn Cowboys situation over with. Let's get it over with. Let's talk about this true debacle again in the ATL. What's up, Boots? What's going on, brother? Yeah, and I was listening to Freddie Moo's song. This is our year, and the winning is the name of the game, right?
That's one thing we ain't doing this year. We ain't winning.
Hey, man, it's so funny, man. I was listening to the song. I was like, now the song is just straight depressing.
Oh no, this is actual football depression. This is something that we haven't experienced. We've been spoiled by 12 wins a year for the last 3 years. As much as these Dallas Cowboy fans didn't enjoy them as much as I enjoyed them, and they're getting their sports karma now. You get what you wish, motherfuckers, and we're all in football depression.
Yes, we are, man.
Mikey, I am not going to work happy anymore.
Oh no, getting slings and arrows by Lions fans. All of a sudden there's Lions. Our wagon is a little lighter, and theirs is a little bit packed for some fucking reason.
Hey, man, it was funny how I got, you know when the Cowboys lose, you're always gonna get trolled. It is what it is. You're gonna get trolled, and somebody from 21's neck of the wood, because he got 915 in his title, say y'all. Because I was like, hey, tune into the show, a lot to talk about. He said, y'all had nothing to talk about in 20 years, but he has no affiliation, no team, and I was like, he almost drugged me in because I'm in attack mode right now, right? You know that dog you puts in that corner, right? I was like, wait a minute, man, come on, bro. At least tell me who your team is before I start going crazy on you. But I chilled. I was like, you know what? No need to take it out on a simple comment. But look, man,
I think we all got one of those, man. I got one of those in my chat too, in my DM, talking about y'all suck and this and that. And no profile picture. I'm just like, I think he's a Niner fan though, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm just sarcastic with it. I'm like, no, really, what happened? I didn't see the game. I'm just like, whatever, man.
Hey, this was my smart ass comment, and then I felt bad. I said that's some racist shit I just said, right? I told him, I said, would you rather we talk about immigration? And I was like, oh, that was so fucking racist. I was like, God, my God. I felt bad. I felt bad, and then I said, man, fuck him. Anyway. But anyway, man, let's get into this bullshit, okay? And that's exactly what it was, this bullshit. We saw the video montage, man, and it's just once again, you know, what is the answer for the team? And we're going to start with 21. 21 was actually, I was watching his live while watching the game. He's trying to get the crowd hype at the casino and trying to give away prizes. And then the Cowboys is playing like absolute doo-doo. And I'm like, how can you stay hyped?
Yeah.
And your team ain't giving you nothing to be hyped about.
it's empty. Like, hey, oh my God, how'd you like that? Get your numbers, and they're like, fuck yourself.
Yeah. So 21, man. Tell us about your experience watching this game yesterday.
Well, first of all, big shout out to the man himself, the Hall of Famer Drew Pearson. Came through, right? I was talking to Chris about it, and it's a cool way to do, man. But I think that was the livest thing of Sunday, man. Getting to hang out with Drew Pearson and chilling, and I didn't get that. He actually wanted me to have a beer with him, and I was on the clock, so it was tough. It was tough for me, right? But it's hard when you're trying to keep the crowd motivated, but it's just a bunch of Cowboy fans like us, and you hear me with that big sign, and that's all you hear in the crowd. Just everybody just like, here we go again, and you hear the Dak sucks chants, and you hear the just from everything, right? And you hear it in English and Spanish, So,
yeah, my mom. My mom be calling me doing the same shit,
right? So it's tough, but it's just it sucks, man. You see this play calling, you see this poor tackling on defense. It's ridiculous. It's like you can't fucking get a third down stop for it, and then they rub it in your face by fucking going on fourth downs. Like, when have you ever seen a team go on fourth downs on Cowboys like consistently? I feel like it's every game now. They're like, yeah, fuck it. It's the Cowboys. Let's just go on it. Fourth down, fuck it. 4th and 4, 4th and 3. That's a usual punt. Not with the Cowboys. It's ridiculous. It's hard to watch, but that's our team, man. That's our team. We I guess the optimist in me is it's just. There's something there, maybe, man. Maybe I hate that we see these glimpses towards the end of the game, and we get to the what do you call it? Like in Frisco, it was all over again. You get to okay, here we go, we come back, but it's always at the end of the game, and maybe the silver lining was that Cooper Rush looked good, so we'll see how that goes. But tough, right? Cowboy fans though for life, so it is what it is.
All right, Rue. How was your game watching experience?
Man, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like that game was a blessing in disguise, because Dak going down at this point, this team was not gonna do nothing this year, man. And if I would sit Dak for the rest of the year. I wouldn't have Dak return, and I wouldn't even play Cooper Rush. I would bring in Trey Lance, so I guarantee I don't win a damn game.
Yep.
I don't want to win a game the rest of the season. I don't want to win a game the rest of the season. For what? For what? So I can get 7, 8 wins, pull some shit out? Like, why? For what? I don't want it. I don't want a middle of the road draft pick. I don't even want to sneak into the playoffs on some bullshit just because the NFC is just the way it is. I don't even want to sneak in like that and get me a loss in the wild card. For what? Just do what needs to be done. Just do what needs to be done. This was a blessing in disguise, and I'm not even really mad about it because I knew we were going to lose this game. They have everything that they need to beat us. Bijan was killing us. It was easy pickings for them. That game was never a game. And what's crazy is, as bad as it was, I feel like we still had opportunities, and it just never came. The offense is dead. Mike McCarthy should be fired. He better not be back in Dallas.
That-
He
that's
shouldn't have made it
exactly.
home from Atlanta.
Capital
should be
F
gone.
fired.
He should be fired. He should be fired. Put Zimmer as the interim coach or whoever the hell you want to put in there, and let's not another game the rest of the singing. Bring on Tank. I don't care. It's over.
All right, Mikey, how was your game watching experience?
You know what? It sucks that we see glimpses of what our team can be. We watched Dak start running, picking up first downs, matriculating the ball, and he pulls a damn hamstring. That's why he's not fucking running. But there's glimpses of us doing fine. You saw the first play of the game, the Jake Ferguson, just the first 2 plays of the game. Little dump out to Jake, let Jake do his thing. First down. The next play, little dump out to Rico. Rico gets 15 yards. We're moving the ball. We're like, oh shit, this is what this is supposed to look like. You know, we kick a field goal. They score. That Drake London touchdown was on the money. That was beautiful. that looked like old Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers and the Jordan Lewis play where they just threw it over the head. It's undefensible. That was something you couldn't defend. Mooney touchdown was ridiculous. They caught us sleeping. But as far as, dude, we outran them. We outrushed them. Rico had 12 touches for 75 yards. And that's rushing the ball. There's glimpses of an offense. But then what? We come out of halftime. What's the first thing we do? Fucking penalty. Terrence Aluminum. And you could see the frustration on the field. You see Dak Prescott yelling at Jake Ferguson, then doing the turnover on downs. Those are as good as turnovers, and that's what they are. Because in the turnover battle, that's what they were on the other side of the field, giving them a short field. Without those mental lapses, without the fucking the penalties, that's coaching 100%. Because they don't respect Mike McCarthy and whatever discipline they're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't cleaned it up since his tenure here. They've been getting away with smoking mirrors. And then, like I said, coming out of halftime to a fucking penalty. All right, and then that lapse with Trayvon Diggs, that was out of a timeout. That's coaching. There's glimpses of this game was all these mistakes. I'm sorry. The thing that hurts about this game the most is we could have won this game.
Yep.
That pisses you off. It pisses. It's not that we were miles away. We were playing the damn Chiefs. No, we were still in this game. And it's not indicative of the score. It's indicative of what we were doing on the field. But what fucks it up? Penalties, being undisciplined. Bullshit. Dak Prescott was running. We were liking that. Yes, his hamstring. And then that fucking fake punt where you knew it was gonna. I swear to God, you could ask Giovanna. I was like, they're gonna fake it here. You could just see it. You saw it from a mile away. So what makes you think if I saw it, them as professionals didn't see that coming? And the play of all plays to pick. If you're going to go for it, go for it. But no, he didn't want to fall flat in his face like he went for it, looking desperate in San Francisco to get stopped. And you got to say what you want to say with CD. CD, they had to take his helmet away. He has a sprained AC joint. That fool's trying, even though he has his histrionics and he has his diva personality. He was fucking trying. The biggest thing is, what comes out of it, like Rue said, I was calling Bruce. Rue said, is this is the blessing for all of us. We got old Yallard. Our hopes got old Yallard for all of us. And it puts us in real life football depression when you can't hear my optimism and my contrarianism with all you guys. No, because it is what it is, and the facts are the goddamn facts. And if they tell me, if Michael Parsons is on the field and Tank Lawrence, we win this goddamn game. We do. We fucking do. We do. You can't tell me now. We were producing that fucking that pressure with the dudes that we had. Kirk Cousins was susceptible. He fucking fumbled it. What do you think Michael would have did? So that's what pisses me off with the woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's done. Otterbox, very, very good product, as you saw by Mike McCarthy slamming his goddamn fucking tablet. So I know I'm long-winded, but
hey, before we move on to Kuiper, man, shout out to my little sister, man. She in the house. Her husband is an Eagle fan. But one good thing, he's the nicest Eagle fan I ever met in my life. It's probably the only one I like. So shout out to my little sister Jazzy. Also, all right, Kuiper, look here, man. You are player personnel director. Give me your assessments of the Cowboys game in Atlanta.
Man, I couldn't do anything but have a smile on my face watching the game because all I saw was everything I've been saying this whole season. Mike McCarthy, Mike Zimmer, and the offense. I don't even know who the offensive coordinator is, man. They should all be fired. They should all be fired. They should have been fired.
We all don't know who the offensive coordinator is.
Yeah, that's how bad it is in Dallas, man. This is one of the most undisciplined teams and the sloppiest teams you can see in football. In the entire NFL, I see the Jags do better.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're just being assholes. There's two of them.
No, I actually forgot.
Yeah, this is
you're right. My bad. Go ahead.
Show. This is a shit show of an offense. The defense, man. Say what you want about the defensive line and the injuries, but my God, Trayvon Diggs sucks. He was a product of a great pass rush, and that was it. He's a wide receiver at corner, and he should not be talked about in the top tier of corners at all. I can't believe all of these coaches still have jobs right now. They should not have a job. They should all be fired, and it's only because Jerry Jones won't admit I was wrong. He won't admit that. That's the only thing that's keeping the Cowboys from success.
And firing somebody will be in admittance, so that's why he won't do it.
Yeah, dude, and Kuiper, man, you totally right, bro. Because Ruth said it, I said it, 21 has said it. I said that Mike McCarthy should have been fired immediately after the Green Bay game. Should have been fired. Okay, just because preparation of the team, and this year it's even more glaring when the offensive penalties and you in charge of the offense, you can't come out in the second half. You have the ball, you haven't even snapped it yet, and we get a false start. But then he's slamming his iPad down because he calls the worst fucking play. And I love how Fox broke it down. Yeah. He said, you know why the play didn't work? You got to fucking stand up defensive end watching them come in motion. It was doomed. It was doomed from the start. But it's Mike McCarthy's fault, man. This guy has no in-game adjustment ability at all. And it's so frustrating, bro, how dynamic our offense used to be to what it is now. As soon as it gets out inside the 20, I'm like, oh, we ain't going to score. I mean, literally, that's how you feel. Because there's no imagination to the offense, bro. You know exactly what they're going to run, exactly what formation they're going to do. And if it wasn't for Dak not getting sacked, Rico wouldn't have scored, even though I don't know why he juggling the ball. He hit him in the hands in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess he wanted to be on SportsCenter, I guess. I don't know. But if it wasn't for Dak having our longest run of the season, a fucking quarterback, okay, that's why he pulled his fucking hamstring and run for his life. So, dude, it's just a complete shit show. And it always started at the top. Whether Jerry want to admit it or not, the evidence is on it's in you. You can't see. It's just like you watching a car wreck. And they talk about, no, I didn't hit that car. Well, why your fucking car all dented up and they all in the hospital on the stretcher? That's Jerry Jones. I didn't hit them. Yes, you did. And it's so frustrating as Cowboy fans. Look, I can take losing, okay? It's just the way we losing, and it's because of him not preparing the team. We've said it numerous of times. I'm getting long-winded too. I'm sorry, guys.
No, get it out.
I figured everybody was going to have a monologue today. So that's why I didn't text nobody. So I was just like, dude, the frustrating part to me is when we all sit here and we started our show back in January. And when the season was over, all we thought about was making improvements to the team. Everybody else in the NFL who are contenders made improvements to their team except for one. And our owner, GM, said we couldn't do it because we didn't have money, and it's an outright blatant fucking lie. Bless you. Anyway, it's an outright lie. And then when you come and then he's the one doing the interviews after the game and talking, oh, we got something in the work for the trade deadline. Why? You didn't have anything in the works in the off season. So why would you do it now? We're 3-5. I'm like, Rue, what's the purpose of winning now? Dude, there's no way the Cowboys going to win the rest of their games. There's no way if they're going to win half. And they said the second half of the season, the schedule gets better. No, it doesn't. It gets worse. So, hey, that's my monologue on that. And let's really get into this thing now. Dak Prescott is hurt. Cooper Rush is in. Dak Prescott pulled a hamstring when he threw a pass. You can see the grimace on his face and everything like this. So we're gonna start with 21. 21. I know in English and Spanish, Dak sucks. Yeah, he does suck. But what is your expectation with Cooper for at least 2 to 3 weeks?
Cooper Rush, I mean, we've seen him in this type of situation where Dak is hurt. He balls out, right? He had that one loss against the Eagles, right? But again, we go back to these quarterbacks being, products of our good defense, and that's just something we don't have right now. So now we get to see Cooper Rush in a sort of different situation. Our defense isn't what it was when he started those 6 games. So it's going to be a different Cooper Rush now, but I have faith. He looked good. He looked good at that fourth quarter. I thought he looked good. It's going to be tough, man. I'll be out there and watch that game in Dallas. In the Big D, I'll be out there repping, and we'll see, man. We'll see. But it's funny that you guys talk about the Dak Prescott running. To me, isn't it funny how the week before they had told him that stat about other quarterbacks running, and then all of a sudden we see him running. Like, what was the over/under on his rush yards? Bro, do you know that?
I don't know.
I bet it wasn't a lot, but the over came easy. He probably got it on that one big
that's
run.
What I'm talking about. These little things like that is what makes me go, But it's just crazy.
All right, Rue, Dak's out. Cooper's in. Well, first, Rue, before you even go there, tell me your thoughts on Dak's performance before he got hurt.
I feel like that problem that he has in the red zone just hasn't gone away. And he doesn't look like himself. He doesn't look like himself all season. I don't know what's going on with him, what it is, why is it just the offense? Because I keep hearing about this offense. This offense was ranked number 2 last year. So what the fuck happened to that? I mean, it's the same offense. It's the same offense. And I've heard everything from they've dumbed it down, this, that, and the third. If they got to dumb it down for you after 9 years, we have a problem, especially because you're literally the highest paid man in the entire NFL. So that's a problem. But with Dak Prescott right now, I feel like there's no trust with him in the O-line. He has no faith in them to protect him where he needs to be protected. And I feel like with all these pressures and all this in his face, and he's getting banged up and he's getting hit and he's being forced to make decisions, and his receivers are not open and are not performing at a very high level outside of CD Lamb. It makes him very one-dimensional, and I feel like this offense, for whatever reason, took his tight end away from him, his favorite guy to throw to. I don't know what it is about this offense, but I haven't seen what I feel like we should be seeing out of this tight end room whatsoever. It's one of the strongest rooms that we have, and I feel like it's not being used, and it's not in the way it is being used is not in the way that it's extremely successful. Ferguson had a couple good catches, but he was the one who made those catches what they were. He's catching everything inside of 2 yards. Why am I not seeing him go down the field? Is it because there's just no time? Is it because I'm constantly getting pressure? With Dak Prescott right now, it is a baffling mystery to me as to why they did this to him. Because I feel like they just it's almost like they gave him the money and then spited him with this shitty ass fucking roster that they didn't have to do this. And it's just like, why? Did you just want to shit on him for a year? Like we run this fucking magic box up in this bitch. Like I really don't understand what the fuck is going on with the roster, with the way the play calling is going, with how this team was formulated. And like I really wanted to buy into the bullshit. I really did want to buy into the bullshit. We like what we have, and we're you haven't seen this yet, and it's like, man, bitch, go fuck yourself. This is a scam from the very beginning. We were used and abused throughout this entire process. Like it was all a big shadow game and a bunch of bullshit. And it was exactly how they wanted it, right? Because we were in everybody's mouth throughout the entire offseason, which is norm, but it was especially different this year because CD was holding out, and Dak might get a contract, and wait, do you pay him at the end of the year or whatever the fuck? And it's just like it happened exactly how it happened with Tony. We're gonna end up. I just don't want to end up in the same wormhole that I've ended up with for the last 15 years, where it's Tony, Ware, and Dez Bryant, and nothing outside of that. Because right now, just with Dak and CD, that's 40% of the cap next year, 120 million. It's 40% of the cap, just those two. That's why I keep saying, fuck this season, tank all the way home, and unload everybody you can, from Donovan Wilson to Trayvon Diggs to Micah Parsons to anybody that you can really salvage any kind of draft capital from. That's what needs to happen with this team, and that's what needs to happen for the rest of the season. And honestly, I don't want Cooper playing. I want Trey playing, because I don't want to win any games. Cooper can win games. Cooper can get a team to rally around him. Playing, right? Yeah. It kind of went full circle, but yeah, it was how Dak was playing. I think I said that too, but I can repeat what I said at the beginning if you want.
All right, Mikey. Cooper's in.
Going with what he said, and then there's a big one we haven't talked about. Where what was it, like the fourth play? When he got sacked, he totally missed Jalen Tolbert at the sideline. Totally missed Jalen Tolbert. It was a cover 2. The safety drifted in, and Jalen Tolbert.
I remember.
That was the big one. Like, he's not seeing the field. Going back to what you were saying, that's not the Dak that we know, but Jalen Tolbert is, and it's like, is it our jerseys? Like, how the fuck don't you? He was on the island. He told you with the shitty pass. He in a
clean pocket, mind you. Clean.
No, it took him forever. He couldn't see it. So I'm sorry if I cut in on it like Rue. It's just in football depression, and it sucks. And we got half of a season to watch other people play and going to watch Cooper Rush. Like, I know it's the Dallas Cowboys and everything, but and like I iterated earlier, y'all getting what you fucking want, you motherfuckers. Now you know what it's like to not win 12 fucking games and acting like your birthright was to win Super Bowls. Your birthright was to win double-digit games in a season. Well, you ungrateful shits, this is what it is. And don't get it twisted. The blame is on fucking Jerry Jones. This is Jerry Jones completely and not improving the team. But this is what it is for when it was actually happening. Y'all motherfuckers still not being grateful about it. Because I know I was grateful about it. I loved it. Because I lived all these years as a Cowboys.
You know what's funny about what you're saying is that last I checked, Dak was the one who led us to this, what is it now, 3-6 season. And that whole argument was based on keeping Dak or not. So you keep bringing that up. And even me have defended that Dak Prescott was a big reason why we didn't get those 12 wins.
Trying to make him the plus multiplier and putting it all just on Dak, not helping him up. Oh, see, you can't do that shit in the middle of the episode, bro. You can't.
It's my support animal.
What? You're taking that argument way out of context. If we're being honest,
dude, you know that's exactly what they did, and they fucked it up, making him the plus multiplier, dude. All right, you see what's happening right now with D-Hop. D-Hop just made 2 spectacular catches for this asshole on the TV right now, because they're trying to get better.
Got a touchdown.
Just that touchdown and that contested catch. You don't think D-Hop would help out CeeDee Lamb when he was there? So it was just making Dak the plus multiplier. You stated earlier, he's the $60 million man, and he shouldn't be dumb. This offense should be dumbed down. Dude, he's seeing ghosts out there because he's not getting protected, or he doesn't have nobody fucking breaking off any routes. Nobody.
And that's exactly why I want to do everything that I talked about doing. That's exactly why I want to do everything that I talked about doing. That's exactly why I want to do that,
bro. I get you, bro.
Because I don't want to find myself in cap hell with this team. Sure as shit, I don't.
I'm on the road for Tattaroa McMillan.
Everywhere.
Tattaroa McMillan. We need Tattaroa McMillan in the fucking building. Tattaroa McMillan. That's his 13 on the block. That's who I want. Let's start the draft show now, Kuiper. Tell me who's the next guy.
No, we're not starting the draft show now.
No, but that's just going along with what Drew was saying and blowing it up. As far as no, just keep going. Get this show back in the.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, the question was Dak's performance before he got hurt, man. What's your input on that, bro?
He was an average QB that had way too many turnover-worthy plays. Average QB play with too many turnover plays. That's really what it came down to. I mean, look at how many times he threw a pick.
What you give to him right now?
What? Nah, but seriously, this offense, I don't see how a QB can really succeed in it. I don't really see how you can expect Dak Prescott to go off like he has in previous years. Like, you have the game plan for defenses, stop CeeDee Lamb, and you stop the offense. That's extremely hard for a QB to succeed if all they have to do is lock down your number one wide receiver. You can't run the football. You can't. The tight ends aren't putting in any production. Your wide receiver number 2 sucks. And I don't see how you could expect much. But then again, like was Dak paid way too early then? Should like. I think Jerry Jones might have had it right if she waited until the next offseason.
You know, that's a good question too. I want to go back to what you said though about wide receiver number 2. I don't think Tobin has really been getting a lot of opportunities, but when he does, he's actually been performing. He's been doing better than I expected him to do. But that's a good question. Did we pay? I mean, because y'all know Cowboy Corner was like, don't pay him, don't extend him, don't do it, don't. But I was, of a proponent, but just going off his history, man. His last 3 years, man, Dak Prescott has been performing. But you know what new contracts are? New contracts is when you getting paid for what you did, not what you going to do. So basically, when we all get raises at jobs, or when we have jobs, I'm sorry, thank you, Sugar Mama. Anyway, when you have jobs, you getting a raise based off your past performance, right? So that's how Dak Prescott got his money. Now, what he's done before, I think he's shell shocked. And you remember Derek Carr when he played for the Texans and shit. As soon as he dropped back, he's like, "Oh, let me get rid of this son of a bitch real quick." Just because David, I'm sorry, Mike. David, it started with a D. Shit. Anyway, it's just like now, man. He gets back in the pocket, and man, God, I know this is blasphemy. But our Hall of Famer is not playing on a Hall of Fame level. I don't care what nobody say.
He's gonna retire.
Dude, he has played like pure D shit this whole season. And when we needed him to be an anchor because we got a rookie at center, that was another reason I wanted Brock to start. Okay, but I digress. I'm sorry, but Dak Prescott is shell shocked. You can see it. He don't have no confidence, man. He don't check down. He locks on one receiver, and that's it. And you go and you look at other quarterbacks. They go on one progression, 2 progression, 3 progression. Shit, that is like he ain't open. I'm either getting sacked or I'm gonna throw this bitch anyway.
Yeah. I like it better when Dak was a hoe and wasn't engaged and having kids and shit. I blame his wife. I really do. I blame this chick.
You like them better when
he was a hoe. When he was a hoe face.
Oh my God. My God.
He's all settled down and monogamous, getting on the putting green and proposing and tearing up his house.
I'm looking at the time, so when I'm gonna clip that. Yeah, we're at 43 minutes. All right. That was a hoe. So yeah, man. So Cooper's in, and this is my issue, man. The offense is so bad. I mean, what difference? I mean, are we gonna have any improvements? Do you actually want CeeDee Lamb out there at this point? I know they're saying he's gonna play Saturday. Nope. They say he's day to day. He's probably gonna play Saturday, but the offense, the only bright light in 21. You keep saying it. Give the fucking ball to Rico, and that's to me. That's our only bright light on offense, bro. So we'll go with you, 21. What are you going to expect now on this offense?
Run this damn ball, man. We saw what Rico did. Rico was, he was looking good, and he was hitting them holes, and it was looking good. It's just we got to run this ball. I know you guys say no, we shouldn't let CeeDee play, but he's gonna play. That man, you saw what he did. You saw what he did when he was hurt, and he's gonna want to play. It's a big division game. He's gonna want to be out there. So we'll see what him and Cooper Rush can do out there. But I feel like with Cooper Rush, we're gonna have to depend on this run. We're back at home. This line's got to tighten up. I didn't see the full interview, but I know Zach Martin did an interview. He talked, but these guys need to get it together, man. It's this whole line. We see these rookies being rookies, right? These penalties, man, they're killing us.
Oh my God!
12 carries for 75 yards, 6.2 yards a goddamn carry, bro.
Repeat that, Mikey. Can you repeat it for us?
12 carries for 75 yards, 6.2 yards a carry. And it's going to get on our nerves. I'm sorry I'm cutting wherever I'm cutting. They're gonna like super make the box. They're getting like 11 personnel. We can stick the box in. They're gonna run the crap out of the ball. Play very conservative, and we're gonna play the way we wanted them to play since the damn beginning, bro. And that's just arrogance, bro. Arrogance.
Hey, John, we're on today on Monday because of the elections tomorrow. We just trying to, everybody's gonna be focused on that tomorrow, so we just came on the day early. So that's why we on Monday. We didn't mean to confuse you.
I just want you guys to go out and vote. Go out and vote.
Exactly. So Rue, this is my question to you, brother. The offense is so bad. Cooper's in, CD's hurt, and the offensive line is purely in shambles. Rue, I know you said, hey, lose every game, but let's go to the positive, Rue. If we try to win this game, what is the answer to get something going on this offense? Do you have an answer?
Yeah, show me what you were all in on. I want to see everybody else. I don't want to see CD take another snap for the rest of the season. If with Trayvon's calf the way it is, I don't want to see him on the field. If anybody got a nick or a cut or a scrape that is trade capital, I don't want to see them on the field whatsoever at all. I want to see all these young guys on the field, and I want to see Trey Lance at quarterback. And I want to see Tolbert at the 1, and then everybody else get in where they fit in, and that's exactly what I want to see. Show me who's staying on this roster for next year, because I'm gutting and I'm stripping everything. I feel like that's the best thing you could do as an organization. I don't want to see no trade. The only trades I want to see are going out for draft capital. That's the only thing I want to see for the rest of everything. And they're going to win a game or two because there is talent on this roster. But I want to see everybody else. Anybody who I just signed, especially CD Lamb. You're going to send CD Lamb out there to be a sacrificial lamb to sell game fucking tickets with a sprained shoulder in a season where you know you're not going to get anything out of it. That is bullshit. You're going to eat a man out of that year's life. Forget it. I don't want to see CD Lamb, a guy who I just paid to play wide receiver for this team, get hurt any more than he already is. Heart or no heart, don't let that pride get in the way. Sit your ass down. Next year will be another year. But for everything else, all is not lost. This team, even with the pieces that would be remaining, still have potential. You could start really figuring out who's going to play tight end for this team for the future. You start getting into 2 tight end sets, start running the fucking football, and start playing, simple football for Cooper Rush or Trey Lance or whoever you got putting in there, and make it run first base team. If Mike McCarthy has any neuron in his brain that would even allow him to do that, then that would be the best avenue, I believe, for this roster. You might even sneak out a few games. But the problem is we have a coach who's desperate, who has to win something in order to have any reminiscence of a chance to have a contract for next year, which at this point, it's like, I don't even know why he's still here. There's no way you're bringing him back after this. And the injuries shouldn't be an excuse. And I know we didn't do anything, but it's like, hey, you told me you liked what you had. Did you or didn't you? So it's that's what I want to see. But if you want a shot at winning games, I feel like that's your best case scenario, because that's who's left. That's still the best on your roster, your tight end group. So use them and run the football with a guy like Rico, who's shown you in the few games that he's been able to start outright. Huh?
Where's Schoonmaker at?
What'd you say?
I always
feel like they just bring in
return holding. He's a little kick-out return holding. He's the one that was holding on Kevon Turpin's kick return.
And it wasn't even a bad hold. That was a bullshit call.
Yeah. What up?
I want to watch a game with you, Chris, because we see the game the same way, dude.
Yeah, we do. Hey, so hey, real quick, Mikey. We all know that Mike McCarthy is a lame duck. Okay. But then, tell me why. Tell me why he still. You know what? Y'all heard what the Saints did today. After the Saints did their parade in Dallas and lost 7 straight games, they fired their coach, right? I think our coach should have been fired a long time ago. Mikey, you I know you love the front office sometimes. What are they thinking right now with Mike McCarthy? I want your opinion. What do you think they're thinking about Mike McCarthy?
I think what they think. I think it's insubordination, but their arrogance doesn't let them fire him. It's their arrogance, because firing them admits to the whole world that they were wrong. And Jerry, like he said, is the best at what he does. I'm the best. I got tolerance for ambiguity. He got an 8-inch pecker. I like that. That's Jerry Jones. His pride is gonna get in the way of firing him in season, because every interview he said about a firing season has done no good. That Wade Phillips went in and he was basically the reason that the Broncos won the Super Bowl, and it does no good. And at the same time, who's gonna call the plays? Brian Schottenheimer is an archaic coach. I know you would. You do up there. You're an offensive lineman. You see it. I know you would. I know you would. But who would? Who would? And I don't think Zim would be the coach. I actually think Bones Fossil would be the coach. I honestly think. But who the hell would have the brains in the offense to run the fucking offense? Dak Prescott?
Well, there's what 8 offensive coaches teaching, so anybody could take over the offense. That's not a problem. You're not going to change the offense anyway, you know. But this is just my issue, man. Mike McCarthy, he finally showed some kind of emotion. You know why he showed that emotion? Because he know his job is gone. Hey, he's that coach on School Days. Y'all want me to lose my job? Yes. Yes. So, Kuiper, man. Oh man, tell me, you the front office guy. What is Jerry Jones thinking right now, bro?
Exactly what Mikey's thinking. Exactly what Mikey said. He's thinking, this guy is gonna be my scapegoat after the season, but I'm not gonna say I was wrong during the season. I'm not gonna let all the fans have it at me. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I was wrong until after the season. So it's insubordination. It's malpractice to not fire him right now and to not make a change right now. Complete malpractice.
Great word. Great word. Malpractice. I think that's my next TikTok. Malpractice. Hey, the Cowboy fans signed the HIPAA laws.
Malpractice going on over here.
We got a lot of malpractice going on, man. It's just ridiculous. But I want to bring up Mr. Diggs. I want to bring up Diggs. God, I want to bring up Diggs. Man, my man Prince, who's a Steeler fan, man, 2 years ago, we argued back and forth about Trayvon Diggs. He said Trayvon Diggs hadn't done shit. I said, how can you not do shit if you pick up all them balls? He said, Chris, your pass rush is getting it. He in the right place around. I said, no, you're wrong. You're not watching what I'm watching. So we'll start with the panel. We'll start. Since you're already up there, what's wrong with his? Is he hurt, or was he just not that good in the beginning? Go ahead.
It's a combination of two things. He was never good in the first place. He had a great pass rush, and he was a zone corner that was always able to get his eyes to the quarterback. So he had great agility and great movement to go after the ball. When he had the QB getting pressure in his face and being able to read the ball. But it's also, man, the entire defense doesn't have anybody to fire them up on game days. There's no leadership there to tell them, hey, man, you got to pick it up. You got to start running. You got to go play hard. Nobody's telling them. Nobody's picking it up. So everybody's looking lethargic. Everybody's looking lost. So, I mean, I don't think he was ever a good corner because he gave up everything and then only got a couple plays here and there. But I don't know. This defense is just trash this year. So you really can't tell.
Yeah. So, real quick, Mikey, before you go, Cowboy Cats, I see you. Pretty Moves, I see you, man. Bo Diggity, man, my man, the Texas fans, funny videos. Hey, man, there is the link. If anybody wants to join us, man, talk about this crazy ass team right now, you're more than welcome. Now, Mikey, do you have a rebuttal to Kuiper about Diggs?
Well, you can't sleep on what Trayvon's done since the beginning of his career. Yes, he was a product of the system, and the system isn't working right now. And he's coming off of an ACL. Usually, we need 2 years for that. Come on now, come on. Unless you're Adrian Peterson or you're superhuman, like he's not going to be. And all week it was reported he had a tear in his calf. Don't get it twisted. Him being a malcontent, him being out of position, like they should have called the damn timeout. They look stupid, but that's just a product of not being in there. It's a whole thing. It's a symptom of a whole systematic thing. So it goes down to your best players looking mediocre because, as Dak Prescott said it, I want you guys to all say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. We fucking suck. No, say it again. We fucking suck. And that's a systematic thing and a system that goes to even the best players. I don't think that he's not trying his hardest. Honestly, I honestly think he was out there when he shouldn't have been out there. He shouldn't have been out there. But we're a mass unit. And, dude, Kirk Cousins carved us up. I get he's looking good. That rub route, you saw it from a mile away. Simple things. We're getting our ass kicked in simple things. You see him stand up, chase the fucking play. You see him motioning leg. You know that's a rub route. Call a goddamn timeout. So this is systematic in the system of everybody saying we fucking suck. And again, football malpractice. And I'm just in depression right now, like more than usual.
All right, Rue. Talk about Diggs, Rue.
Here's the thing. To say that he's a product of the pass rush, I'm sorry. People don't throw to him, and he shut down a lot of receivers in his career.
Yeah,
like there's been a lot of talk about Trayvon Diggs, but I don't think that it's fair to base it off of what you're getting from him this season, especially considering the fact that your pass rush is literally like 31st in the league. We're only better than like the Panthers. It's really bad. And when you have an eternity,
but y'all live down there.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're damn Deion primetime motherfucking Sanders. If dude's got 10 seconds in the pocket, you're not covering him that long. It's just not going to work. Now, here's the thing about this game. Diggs shouldn't have been in this game. Diggs did not practice all week. All week he did not practice. And a torn calf, fuck. For him to pivot and have to do everything that he has to do as a corner on a strained or torn calf, that's unreal hard to do. And it's because we are so light at corner. We are extremely light at corner. We have no Bland, Kalen Carson
played.
Like we are down to fourth, fifth string corners.
No, Carson played, bro. Carson played.
Did Carson play?
Yeah,
Carson
played. He was a part of that rub route.
Carson just came back. Carson was gone for some weeks.
Yeah, I get it though.
But he was gone for some weeks. It's not like he's had his supporting cast either. it's a reflection of everything and everyone. But that's really just because of everything that happened this season. And understand me, I know I've been basically sell it all and move on, but it's really because there is things that if you do the right thing that we keep in certain spots, this team can have that year where you have that equity and really have that complete flip and completely change it around. But with Diggs, I don't think that he's 100%. That's really my true feeling on Diggs. I don't think that his game has stepped off that much. And to hear that he's just not a good corner at all, to me sounds kind of crazy. Because of the games that he's had against big time receivers. Call him a system corner or a zone corner all you want. I don't care what receiver or what corner is out there. If you can't get any kind of pass rush whatsoever, it's hard to cover guys in this league for 7 to 8 seconds. It's hard. It's not going to happen. And let's just look at the Falcons game with Diggs. That catch that London made, that was a hellacious catch. Diggs did everything right. No PI, blanket coverage. His hands are where they're supposed to be. He's ripping for the ball. It's an amazing catch. That's literally London's job. That's his job, to make those kind of big time catches. You're not gonna bat 1,000 ever in your life at anything. And if you are, the level's too easy. You need to turn up the volume. It just doesn't work that way. But Diggs is a quality corner in this league. Diggs is a corner that if I put on the market in this league right now, I bet you I get a second and a third for him. I bet you I do. For Diggs, I bet you I do. For
it has nothing to do with the jersey behind him. Nothing.
I'm telling you right now, it definitely could. I say whatever you want. Diggs gets a lot of hate because Cowboys have eyes on him for every little mistake that they ever make. But Diggs is a damn good corner.
And I know why you're going overboard, because
it's hard to do anything when you're running around for your life back there for 10 seconds.
I know why you defend him so hard, because Papa's basically just shit on him, just saying,
the man's got multiple.
All I'm saying is the man really is a system corner.
Nah, man, he was shut down.
Well, Mikey asked for it, so here it is, Mikey.
Hey, everybody all together. We fucking suck. Everybody. 1, 2, 3. We fucking suck.
We fucking suck. All right.
And I don't think I've ever seen the leader of a team actually do that mid-game.
Yeah, fucking Tom Brady did that shit all the time. What are you talking about, bro?
Hold on, though. But
Tom Brady had the rings to back it up. He had the rings and the pedigree to actually talk shit to people.
There's not that much cameras. There's 8 millimeters in Cardinal games, bro. There's way more Cowboys cameras in Cardinal games.
Wow.
I bet you anything Kyler does that, he would be put on blast nationally.
Well, because
he would be put on blast.
Our guy has a Walter Payton statue on his jersey.
Hold on, you're acting like Dak wasn't. That was an instant meme. That was instant meme. Like, people saw that and went,
but
bam.
Who
like,
has said something about it though? Like, who's actually called him out about it?
I'm happy he did. I'd rather him be pissed off.
Kuiper, did he lie?
But still, man, that's you don't do that.
Hey, I'd rather him say we fucking sucked and well, we got a chance in the next couple of weeks. I gotta play better. They gotta play better. It's a blah blah we. No. Stop shooting, pissing on me, and telling me it's rain. Give me the real shit. And you know what? That's great. And then to say it to Trey Lance is like, I know.
All right, 21, man. I know we got off of Diggs, but hey, you never got to comment on Diggs, man. Your opinion?
I just think it's due to that pass rush. There's no, these quarterbacks have so much time. You saw Kirk Cousins just chilling in the pocket. This man, he was texting, calling people, and then he said, "Oh, let me throw the pass." He was chilling in that pocket. He had all day. Yeah, then he's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and throw it. But no corner's gonna sit there and cover these men the whole 5, 6, 7 seconds. It's tough, but I don't think he's a bad corner. My thing with him is this tackling issue. You see him do these tackles where he just like, let me just lean into it, look like I'm gonna do something. That's my thing. Wrap these dudes up, man. They teach you wrap them up, and you're just this poor tackling is just like you're making. I get it, you're making business decisions, but yeah, man. I mean, it's tough to see these guys just run down your throat, and you're right here just like leaning into a tackle, hoping you like touch him at least, and these dudes are wrap him up,
Hey, man, go ahead, Mike. Go, Mike.
It's crazy. You said this. How did one of our best room turn into one of our shittiest rooms? Last week you said that. You said that, big fella. Where we have corners that can't tackle and safeties that can't cover, and they pick and choose how they tackle.
Yeah. Do you want Donovan Wilson covering anybody on the team, on the opposite team?
Fuck no. Not even my league. Not even my league.
Oh my God, dude. It's so frustrating. Every time I see him in coverage, I'm like, oh, we about to get fucking torched. And dude, that's bad. And last year, that was our best room, was our secondary room. And it's literally because remember, it was our linebacker room and running back room was the worst. Now our linebackers are actually decent, and our secondary sucked. So basically, was our secondary good because of the pass rush? Is it just because of the pass rush,
bro?
Honestly, it just means you guys miss Dan Quinn more than you thought.
Yeah, we established that. Like we established, but at the same time, he had his warts and stuff like that. But it's crazy how we fucking suck in every room except the kicking room.
So this is another thing. All of a sudden, we have no playmakers on the team. Who is our weapon on the team, on offense or defense? Who is the weapon? Anybody? Who is our weapon?
Offense, I think all we got is Jake Ferguson and Brandon Aubrey. That's it.
No, it's Brandon Aubrey's our weapon. He's our only weapon.
Defense, defense, all you got is Overshonen. That's
that kid. Thank God you saved us, bro. Oh my God. Just think about the doom and gloom and the bad shit. Like that was the Prozac I needed out of this doom and gloom depression show. Was that kid? That he's such a fucking monster.
Dude, he is, man, and that's bad. Our first option as a playmaker is our fucking field goal kicker. That's our first fucking option. I mean, because literally on the broadcast, and of course our shitty ass offense couldn't even do a 2-minute drill without any timeouts just to even get him close to the fucking 50 or the 40 because it was going right down. And dude, I was just like the play calling because we hadn't talked about that. The play calling right before halftime when you got that ball back, and dude, I'm sitting there on this damn couch. And I'm just like, dude, why aren't you trying to get the ball down fucking field to even try to get Aubrey in the position to, because if he got anywhere from 60 to 65, he money, right? So I think the game will be different. Javier, man, glad you can show up, man. Javier, man, you.
Hey, man, I came to cheer y'all up a little bit.
Okay,
before you get on, you gotta say we fucking suck. Say it. 1, 2, 3. We fucking suck.
I won't say that, but hey, I'll tell you this, man. Just watching you guys over everything. Man, it sounds depressing in this room, man.
It is. We depressed.
They depressed.
They said over, Sean.
We're in an AA meeting right now, man. Like,
Javier, get us out of this depression, man. Give
your monologue, bro.
We're gonna keep it optimistic, right? And this is how we're gonna keep it optimistic. We got Cooper Rush, which in my idea of it, if it was me, if I was a head coach, right? You already know what you have in Cooper Rush, and Cooper Rush is coming back anyways, right? Okay, so we established that.
Yep.
Why don't we play Trey Lance at this point?
That's what Rue said. Yeah, Rue said. Yeah.
And this is why I say that, right? We have to look at the value too, because Trey Lance is probably not coming back.
Hamilton or not.
Now, what if his stock goes up and he plays really good and he wins some games? Just hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he wins some games and somebody decides to give him a big contract. What does that mean for the Cowboys?
Draft capital.
Draft capital. Come on, man.
What is this contract right now for Javi? Do you know?
Well,
do you want me to look
I
it up?
think right now, if you're thinking about Trey Lance, if you want to give him up, he's probably more than likely a 4th or 5th round pick.
Yeah.
As of right now, right? But what I'm trying to say is, if he plays really well and you start him, and the Cowboys win some games, and these teams think that he's really good, and he gets some sort of north of, let's say, 30 mil, 35 mil, we're probably talking about a 4th round pick or a 3rd round pick, depending on the money. Some people might pay him more. I don't know. But you got to play the kid, because you already know what you have in Cooper Rush, in my opinion.
Yeah, you do.
Who's out there? You need a quarterback right now.
His contract is up after this year, bro. We don't have him past this year, so we're gonna lose him regardless. We have to
honestly, nobody would trade for that. If he's going to free agency, nobody's gonna trade for that.
Yeah,
they
read our mail.
He's getting 30.
What I'm saying is, some people, like, if he does play well, you get compensation because he was let go, so you get a compensatory pick for him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
depending
sir.
on how much they pay him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Javier, I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So why haven't the Cowboys come out and say Trey Lance is the starter? Because like you said, we all know what Cooper Rush can do. Do you think the Cowboys think we still got a chance? I mean, the organization. Do they think they still got a chance? That's why they're not saying Trey Lance is going to be the starter.
Yeah, they do. They do. And they still think they can win out probably and make the playoffs, which is probably not going to happen because of the schedule we have. But that's the problem, is Mike McCarthy's under fire. And I think, as you see Mike McCarthy, see how he got frustrated this past Sunday and he threw the tablet down and all that. Okay, usually when things like that happen, man, in my opinion, look, if you guys haven't, you guys need to go follow Let's Talk Cowboy. I don't know if you guys ever seen him, right? And I had some theories about some inside the wall things, right? But you got to think, Rico Dotto came off of his best game against the Steelers, right? And what happened the following week?
Zeke,
right?
Disciplinarian.
You know what that tells me? And everybody should know this.
Yeah.
But Jerry Jones is running that team.
Oh, fuck yes.
And that's the issue that we're having, man. At what point are you going to let a coach? Now, don't get me wrong. Mike McCarthy, in my opinion, I watched the all 22 film. He's past his prime, man. Like, this is all you're going to get from Mike McCarthy. I think you need a new young coach that's innovative, right? That's not past his prime, that thinks new, that changes new. Look, Andy Reid is good at what he does is because he never does the same thing over and over again. He's always innovative, always thinking about new things, always putting players in right positions. Like, that's the kind of coach you need, right? But I think at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys, Jerry Jones cannot let this go, man. He thinks he's the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He thinks he's the GM. He thinks he's everything. And until that happens, that's what's going on with Rico Dotto. That guy was not sick. I don't care what anybody tells me.
No, he wasn't.
He was not sick, right? And
he looked good. He was upright. There was no chicken soup. He was not in no blanket with no chills. He was ready to go.
So the other thing is, you guys saw Ezekiel Elliott. Obviously, he was inactive.
Yeah.
They said he missed 3 team meetings.
Yup, disciplinary reasons. They left his ass in Dallas.
You would think after the second one, he wouldn't be playing, right? But why did it take 3 times?
Hey,
These guys.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson would have cut his ass on the first one.
So my point is, I think there's a lot more things going on, man, in the building that we know of. I think there's a lot of clashing going on.
There's a lot of dysfunction in that building.
I didn't hear you guys, but I'm just saying, I think that's affecting everybody in the way they're playing. Because let's just be honest. Think about Diggs, right? You've been playing football for a long time. You're telling me you didn't know that Mooney was going to run underneath that and go out on a wheel? Dude. You're an idiot.
Kirk Cousins saw it a mile away.
No,
I came off a timeout.
I told my son, I was like, Mooney's going to run right underneath that crap, and he's going to run out on a wheel. Watch.
Yep.
And sure enough, it happened. How do you not know that as a cornerback in the NFL? It's besides me. Their head is in the wrong place, man, in my opinion.
No, and you know what? Mondo touched on that last week about the internal, about there's dissension. There's just this team is not a happy team playing with each other. You've been in a toxic environment. You just don't want to fucking be there. And with Jerry adding to it, they're just not playing for each other. You could just see
that 4th and 1 where we had Dalvin Cook in a 12-man huddle. That was ridiculous right there. That was just to me like. That's
why Dalvin wasn't playing.
How are you a coach and don't know, who's gonna go out there and it's just telling of everything, the dysfunction in that team.
Yeah. Hey, 21. When that happened, I almost was that typical Cowboy fan. The meme where somebody go punch the TV. Almost me. I was just like, dude, that was the most asinine. I was like 12 men in a huddle on a 4th and 1. Oh my God! And see, Javier, that's where I come back to Mike McCarthy, bro.
Yeah,
you the offense coordinator, you the head coach. The buck lies with you on the offense, bro. But it seems like every week that the offense is always lackadaisical. They're half-assing everything. And I think that's why he should be gone, because it's your responsibility. You got rid of Kellen Moore because you could do it better, right? That's what you did. And it seems like it's getting worse and worse. And like, because we had a scapegoat. We had Kellen Moore as a scapegoat. He doesn't have an scapegoat anymore. So Javier, what do you think about Mike McCarthy, man, his job performance?
No, I think even dating back from the first year he was here, if you pay attention, right? I always talked about him mismanaging the game, not using the clock right, calling the wrong plays at the wrong situation. I mean, you can go on and on, man. Like, you guys understand what I'm talking about. The game has passed him, man. And like I said before, when I came on the show with you guys, the only reason that offense was good last year was because that defense put them in situations where they can score. That's the only reason. And I said, you know what happens if that defense does not do what they're supposed to do? And look what happened in Green Bay. So it's been underlying, man. It's just the 12-5 record covers everything. You know what I mean? But Mike McCarthy has lost. He doesn't. How do you run? What was it, that reverse to CeeDee Lamb or the jet sweep on CeeDee Lamb? What are we doing? Like, why don't we put Hunter Lupke at fullback and run Rico Dotto right down the middle? Either we got it or we don't.
I think that was like a 4th and 1 too.
Yeah,
it was 4th and 1. Yeah, it was 4th and 1.
Either we're better than them or we're not, and you're about to find out. That's how we play football. But he finessed it. And
okay, Javier, what about this one?
Man, oh my God.
That's not
practice.
It's called desperation, man. That's what it's called. They had, listen, if you guys go back, right? I believe it was 20. We had 3 chances at the very end to score and get within one touchdown. 3 chances that we had. We stopped them 3 times and we got the ball back. All 3 times we couldn't score, man.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? Not only thing, you're watching a Monday night game right now where Tampa Bay has 2 of the best receivers probably in the NFL, right? Pretty damn good. And look at what they're doing, man.
17-10.
So this is the thing that I say. It's called coaching, right? We don't have it, man. And I'll tell you, Mike McCarthy wanted Kellen Moore gone. He wanted him gone, but Jerry didn't want him to leave. But Mike McCarthy said, and I said this in the beginning of the season, the reason Mike McCarthy started calling plays last year was because Jerry probably gave him an ultimatum. Said, this is your last 2 years, man. What are you going to do for me? Tell me if I'm wrong. If it was you guys, you would want to go down with the ship, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what Mike McCarthy's doing. He's like, I'm going to do it my way. And if it don't work, it don't work. But I'm going to go down with the ship myself as a captain. And that's why he's calling the plays.
All right. Let me ask you a question that we talked about earlier. Do you see him getting fired during the season?
It's not going to happen.
All right. Why is that?
I will be very shocked if Mike McCarthy gets fired, right? Unless Jerry Jones feels some type of way someday. But I think it's hard for you to fire a coach that went 12-5 3 years in a row, right? Not only that, but he did come back and say, I want to say it was during Chan Gailey's time that he made a mistake of letting Chan Gailey go early. I just don't think Jerry Jones is going to do it. Not only that, I mean, he's going to give him the shot. He's going to 12-5, man, 3 years in a row. He's not going to do it. The only way he does it, in my opinion, is if we lose the next 3 or 4 games, which I think we're probably going to end up winning 1.
Well, this is my thing, Javier. We're on the Titanic. We already hit the iceberg. This bitch is sinking. This bitch is sinking.
Yeah, you're right. So my question to each one of you, right, is this. If you fire Mike McCarthy, right, what's the transition look like? And who's your head coach?
We talked about that.
You did?
Well, the transition this year really doesn't matter. It's who he's going to get after.
Who do you make your head coach then?
I said Bones. I think Bones would be it.
He said Bones. I'm thinking, what's the name? Our assistant head coach, secondary coach,
Zimmer?
Yeah, Al Harris.
I think Al.
That would be awesome.
Would be because Al is a player coach. You know what I mean? The players love him. So if they fire Mike McCarthy, I would let Al finish the season. I wouldn't necessarily say that's going to be my head coach because look, he already had an opportunity to go get Belichick, and he decided he didn't want to go do that because when if Belichick is a head coach, he's the GM too. He's like Parcells. I want to buy my groceries and cook them too. So, my whole thing is, man, with Jerry, his fucking ego is costing his team. He's costing himself money. Even though the Cowboy fans, we will show up. But if you lose, that fucking stadium and that merchandise that Cowboys are always leading the NFL in selling shit is going.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, we're dumb like this, bro. And I'm sorry. I hate to say that. There's no evidence of that happening, Chris. We got Keyshawn Johnson jerseys in our fucking closet. We do.
I got Miles Austin. I don't have Keyshawn.
So you understand what I mean? We're still gonna do that until we actually do it. Then it's gonna change, or unless God. Remember we talked about fucking.
Hold on, I got
divine intervention. Maybe that's it.
I got a perfect example, Mikey. 21. You're gonna be in town this weekend, and you going to the game. Are you buying any Cowboy merch while you there?
Yes.
Probably not. Probably not. And I'm only going because it was.
Dude, I'll buy it now. It's cheap as hell.
All right, baby, go.
Yeah, I'm only going because it's free tickets and I got a free flight, so that's the only reason I'm going.
Hey, that's the man who loves the Cowboy outlet in Frisco. That's the man. When every time he go, he buys something. So
I got that.
Answered your question, Mike. Yeah, he just answered your question, Mikey.
No, I don't believe it until I see the fiscal numbers. Then I'll believe it because he's grown. We haven't won shit in 30 years, but we're the most fucking valued team. Tom Brady leads the Patriots, and they lost billions of dollars. They didn't stay the Patriots. You understand? They were true to us for many years. Once Tom Brady left, that was gone.
It's a different organization.
It's
a different organization.
Excuse me?
It's a different organization. They ain't the Cowboys.
But what I'm saying, it's still an NFL team, and they were still second to us in value. And all we do is every year it's $1 billion more. Now it's $10 billion.
So I got a question. Did y'all discuss what head coach y'all wanted after the season?
Ben Johnson.
Well, no, we never even got into it. Go ahead, Rube. Go ahead,
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. Okay.
I want Ben Johnson. Go give me the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. That's exactly what I want. Young, offensive-minded head coach. That's exactly what I want. Anybody that fits that category is exactly who I'm looking for. But it won't happen because he's going to end up hiring
There's no more retreads left.
Everybody kept clamoring for Bill. Well, everybody kept clamoring for Belichick.
Jason Garrett again.
Number one, no, God, no, please, God, no. Just from what you got from what you really have from Bill Belichick outside of Tom Brady, it's a rough deal. And to have him and Jerry Jones going head to head, as much as they talk about they friends and this, that, and the third. Kiss my ass, dude. He's not going to let Jerry tell him what to do, especially when it comes to football decisions. And that's going to be a funny argument because we see it on the field now with Mike McCarthy. You brought it up, too, with the whole thing with Rico. It was pretty apparent. And it was, like, just completely 100% out of the blue, right? Like, the random thing that happened throughout the season was Debo catching pneumonia in the middle of a football game. Never seen that one. That one's new. But other than that, it's like, I wasn't fooled by that for one fucking second. And it's just like, he obviously has a touch on coaching decisions and personnel and this, that, and the third. So we're not going to get some, creative head coach that's going to come in here because they know that everything's going to be manipulated by Jerry Jones. I don't think that's any kind of secret. You're going to get a puppet in here. You're not going to get a real coach. We haven't had a real coach in years.
Javier, I got a question for you. If Jerry Jones doesn't get a Ben Johnson, one of these younger guys, who do you think he gets? Who do you want and who do you think he gets?
I think, in my opinion, the best bet that Jerry Jones would probably go with, knowing Jerry Jones, is probably going to be Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
That's probably
a defensive guy.
That's probably the coach that he's probably going to get.
See, you guys don't want an offensive coordinator, though. You don't want an offensive coordinator as a head coach.
We do. Hey, guys, I got a medical situation. Javier, thank you for being on here, man, all the time, man. You always bring it, but guys, I got something going on. I love you guys. What up with you, Cowboys? See you on Thursday.
All right, later, bro.
All right, go ahead, Kuiper. Finish what you were saying.
You don't want an offensive coordinator as a head coach. It doesn't really work out how you think it would. Trust me. I had the young offensive mind, the innovative dude. They don't have good leadership. And that's what you really need at the end of the day from the head coaching position is a leader. Somebody who knows how to get your players hyped up. Somebody who has good time management. Somebody who can get the best out of your superstars. You want the young offensive mind at offensive coordinator, but not at head coach. It's not a good deal.
Well, this is me, man. I don't have any particular coach in mind. I just want them to be under 40 years old. I want them to be under 40 years old and innovative, man, and not be stuck in the old school, not the guy to get off my grass guy. Okay, stay on my grass. No, with the high top black socks. We don't need that coach. We need somebody young, with the skinny jeans on and got something fresh going on. That's my whole thing. But man, when you got a 80-year-old owner who think he's the GM and he knows everything about football, that's our problem, because he's going to probably go to that old school guy. He's going to go old school, and it's going to be so predictable, and it's going to be the same old bullshit, and that's the problem, man, because Jerry Jones is giving us the same old bullshit. Hey, he's the greatest salesman of all times. He can sell, and Cowboy fans, we buy. But we ain't getting our return in investment. It's just like the Cowboys a season depreciate every fucking game. That bullshit he sold us, we're all in. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
I think more than likely it's I'll be shocked if it's Bill Belichick. The only way he goes Bill Belichick is if he's that desperate. Because you got to think. So this is my thing about Belichick that I think, right? Bill Belichick wants to win a Super Bowl. He's that kind of guy. He's one of those guys that remembers every single thing that you've done to him and said to him, right? And with Brady winning a Super Bowl and him not, that's eating him alive right now. And I guarantee you he's going to go to a team that he's going to be able to win a Super Bowl and he can put his finger in and say, I told you I could do it. And honestly, if you think about it, Bill Belichick, all he has to do when he goes to the Cowboys is coach. And Will McClay, we trust, right? Will McClay can draft, man. Yeah. So in reality, he doesn't have to worry about drafting. All he has to worry about is the personnel that he gets, and then coach.
But that's not Bill.
So I understand.
I mean, we know who he's gonna get.
Bill's gonna have to. That's just the way it's gonna happen. Bill cannot draft. I'm being honest with you. He is a shitty ass drafter, and
he can develop.
But he can develop, and that's the problem with the Cowboys right now. Is that, like, y'all heard Mike Tomlin said it, right? He hates it when somebody says, "Oh, that guy's not a good corner." Well, that's your fucking job as a coach. We draft them and you coach them.
Right.
You're supposed to make them better. That's the whole point. So, and you're right. Like, that's Bill Belichick, but I think that's the perfect situation for him because that's one less thing that's on his plate as responsibilities. You got to think about it. And all he's got to do is just coach, right? I don't know if Jerry does that, but guess what? If he gets Bill Belichick, how much money do you think that's going to sell?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, if he's smart and he's getting older, I think it's Mike Vrabel, man.
Okay.
I think
Mike Vrabel was a good head coach.
I think he just didn't have a quarterback. I think you bring Mike Vrabel
competitive. He constantly disciplined.
You're right. And that's what the Cowboys need right now, right? Now, if you go back, think about it. He had the right offensive coordinator. He just didn't have a quarterback. He had Matt LaFleur, right? Matt LaFleur was one of the youngest minds when he got him as an offensive coordinator, which now he's at Green Bay. He's a head coach.
Yeah. So
that's the way Vrabel thinks. He thinks like, okay, I need a young offensive mind that's fresh, that understands the system and can change week by week. That's the type of Mike Vrabel guy is. I think that's probably the smartest thing to do. But Jerry, man.
Right.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
I have a question. If you get Bill Belichick in the building, what happens to Michael Parsons? Because Bill doesn't play with that bullshit. Bill got rid of superstars constantly who had that bullshit coming in who wanted to play diva ball, who wanted to, this is where I want to be, and you're not going to tell me anything else. He constantly got rid of him.
Ma'am, this is just my opinion on it. I think Michael Parsons will stay, but in my opinion, I don't know if Michael Parsons plays defensive end for Bill Belichick. I don't think he's big enough. He can't hold up on the run. I don't think he plays defensive end. I think he plays linebacker, in my opinion. That I honestly think that. Now in situations, 3rd and long, you can see Micah pass rushing, but for the most part, he'll probably play linebacker. And he's probably going to go after somebody that can hold up on the run, is what's going to happen. Bill is going to bring in his guys.
Yeah. Mike, what you mean? Micah's going to play the position they drafted him as?
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Yeah,
for real.
That's going to happen. And you also got to think you got Overshown, Micah, and whoever else you bring in. I mean, that's sideline football, man.
Right.
As long as you get a good defensive end that can hold up on the run. But I think that's what'll happen with Micah.
All right. Well, we're coming toward the end of the show, man. Normally after a Cowboy win, we have a Cowboy up moment of the game. What was my Cowboy up moment? Oh, Brandon Aubrey kicking long ass field goals. 21. What was your Cowboy up moment?
Rico Dowdle, man. Rico Dowdle, I think that, if he continues, I guess, being that running back, and not going back and forth with him, Zeke, because I honestly think we seen the last of Zeke in Dallas, but I think Rico Dowdle, that's my Cowboy moment. This man is looking like he's gonna be that running back.
Okay. Rue, what was your Cowboy moment of the game?
I'm gonna go with Overshown, man. He's probably my only shining light on that defensive side of the ball. So I'm gonna go with Overshown in the game.
All right, Javier, your Cowboy up moment of the game, bro.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I think it's Jake Ferguson. I think the energy that he brought in the beginning of the game and the way he fought for yards. I mean, he gave us a spark, man. With what I'm saying, like just the way he plays. That's my Cowboy moment. I think he perceives everything that the Cowboys should be, as I should say, be.
True. All right, Cap, I know you ain't a Cowboy fan, but your Cowboy moment of the game, positive or negative, we accept both.
When the clock hit 0 at the end of the game, because ultimately an L was probably the best thing for you guys. And they will be the best thing for you guys going forward.
All right. Final thoughts. We'll start with you, Ruru. You got any final thoughts for today, bro, before we get out of here?
I think the only thing that I can even think of is just salvage the ones that you have and stop making these guys play hurt for nothing. If they are injured, they need to sit down. I still don't think that Trayvon Diggs had any business being in that game. I think that had a big part in why he didn't get outside on that wheel. There's no reason to take the guys that we plan to invest in or are invested into this any longer for the rest of this season. I feel like you should take these. I feel like they should just change up the entire scheme. I want to see a completely different offense, and I want to see our young guys in there, and hopefully, they scratch out a win or two. That'd be great. But for the most part, I just want to see who we're keeping and who we're getting rid of, and make the best of that. And hopefully this front office actually moves, because we do have a good amount of cap space for the next year. It's on them to actually do something with it at this point.
All right. 21, your final thoughts for the night, brother.
This trade deadline is coming up. I hope we are sellers and not buyers. I don't think we need to buy anybody right now. I think this team needs to sell, get some pieces, get some draft capital. Like my boy Javier said, we need draft capital coming up, and let's get some wins in, man. I know it's kind of the season is kind of still there, but not there, right? But I don't want to lose to these Eagles. I'm gonna be there too in town. You know, I'm 0-3 in my last going games. I went to Frisco twice and Arizona. Shit. So I need a dub. I need a dub going to a game now, man. I'm tired of leaving the stadium sad, but I hope we get to see some. I wouldn't mind seeing both quarterbacks out there. I wouldn't mind seeing Cooper Rush, and some Trey Lance mixed in. But we'll see how that goes. But at the end of the day, it's let's go Cowboys, baby.
All right, Javier, man, your final thoughts, man, before we get out of here.
Hey, my final thoughts are: we haven't gone 0-16 in the last 2 years, so that's refreshing, right? We're not 0-16. The other thing is, hey, I look at it like this, man. It's a new season with Cooper Rush.
Yeah. Let's
see what they do. And let's see what Cooper Rush does, and we'll see what happens. And if they win a couple of games, man, look, it is what it is. Just keep me in the top 10 of the NFL draft, and I'll be happy.
Right.
All right, Kuiper, we always love your final thoughts. Final thoughts, Kuiper.
Fire everybody, and sell whatever you can. Seriously, man.
Fire sale.
Michael Parsons should be traded. That would be the best thing for the offseason next year.
All right. Well, let's see, man. The big fella final thoughts. Kuiper kind of stole mine, but I've been on that trade Michael Parsons thing for a while. But I'm so frustrated right now with the Cowboys front office. I'm frustrated extremely with Mike McCarthy. We got a division opponent rolling into AT&T. 21 convinced me to bring my ass home to be a chauffeur for him this weekend. I told him I would, and I was like, I hope I don't regret it. Dude, it's just like it's like a wisdom tooth. That's what the Cowboys are right now. An inflamed wisdom tooth. It's just painful. Painful to watch this shit. After these last 3 years. Hey man, after these last 3 years, man, at least regular season bliss, this is gonna be a long one for us, bro. So hopefully we can get a win over those hated fucking Eagles. All right. And also programming note, man, we will jump on Wednesday, talk about the Eagle game, and have our picks. We just switched to Monday just because the election's tomorrow. FYI, if you hadn't voted, get out and vote. We don't give a fuck who you vote for. Just go do it. It's, as an American, that's what you should do. All right. And as always, we always say, Dallas boys for life.
Little Peaches Cowboys.
Man, we'll see y'all next time. Peace. As soon as I can get this to work, peace. There we go.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to Sports Second News Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. We got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. I'm excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I did it.
Hey, man. Hey,
dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. Hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. First day of pads. Say, man, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Like, today was the but tomorrow tells the truth.
I tell you about interrupting my monologue, but I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. Your ass always got to spread shit and eating wings and motherfucker sprint. Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you're sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You're to come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing to that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.